Hey David.
Yeah.
You're on the internet.
Hello and welcome to Family RPG. I'm David Leonard, your Game Master for Star Trek Adventures. We finished the starter box last week. It was kind of disappointing ending, kind of disappointing all around. So we moved on.
we made it exciting.
We made it so exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, this may also get exciting. These are the voyages, mission compendium number 1. So we are in the mission called A World with a Bluer Sun.
Cool. And then it's still what I haven't said for because I didn't load up the Twitch chat yet.
Yes.
But we're so good.
Yes, very good. And we are starting Act 3. So to recap, you are in the original series. You're on a Miranda-class vessel, the Saratoga. And you guys came across this vessel, an NX-class ship, the Atlantis. Starship Atlantis, and it's nearby this strange wormhole that apparently is created by a special alien ship with a gravity engine, which somebody really, really wants.
Yes. Something about manipulating time.
Yes, but the time dilation, over 100 years has passed in real time since this happened. 6 years have passed for people on the nearby planet. And only 2 years have passed for people on the ship that are much, much closer where you are right now. So
wait a minute. How long have we been on the ship? Can we do calculations on how long it's been for our crew outside?
Been about a day.
About a day.
A day on the ship?
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes, a lot of time has passed.
Let's see, if it's 100 years and it's 2 years minimum, that's, what, 50 times, so it'll be 50 days.
I don't think our crew's waiting for us right now. I think this is fair to say. Oh my.
Communicate. If we don't come back within 5 hours, I'm like, it's been a lot longer than that.
I don't think we ever said that, but yeah.
I don't think you did either.
Okay.
Boy. What do you think they'll be? Surely they are smart enough to be, again, staying far enough away from the wormhole.
Yeah, they're trying. Yeah. It keeps sapping up power to keep,
being out of range of it, so it's not sapping up power. It only has such a far range, you know.
Yeah, well, it keeps growing, and they have to keep moving.
Yeah, keep moving.
That's
what starships do.
Yeah. But the farther away they get, the farther away they are from you, and the more time is passing. You know?
Yes.
So obviously, this wormhole's increase in size, and your proximity to it, maybe making that time dilation even worse.
Okay. Anyway.
True, we are right beside the thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's causing that time dilation within the ship itself.
According to their chronometer, only 2 years have passed.
Well, I'm saying, like, you know, from one part of the ship to the other part of the ship. If it's literally that much of a distance from the drive that we're right beside. Or at least the portion of the drive that we're right beside.
Well, you did figure out that this wasn't actually the escape pod.
Exactly.
It's just the same material as whatever.
Well, it is escape pod, it's just not the drive.
Yeah, it's not the drive.
Yeah. Okay. So what we may have to do is actually find what the alien is that got out of this pod and negotiate with him to go back into the pod and go back his direction.
Well, there's this interruption that was in the previous military tribunal, and they are gathering every group and collecting their weapons to have a peaceful discussion.
Yeah, it's not going to go peaceful. These Starfleet have gone crazy.
Obviously.
I mean, it's a double mutiny. You didn't roll for anything. It didn't mean anything. It means nothing.
I'm just checking these dice out, see how they are.
Yeah, they roll like dice, Dan.
Randomly.
Yeah, randomly. That's what they say.
They do.
I don't trust them.
So Lieutenant Parrish
Fail.
confiscates your weapons and the computer core as you enter B deck.
Okay, can I...
I'm getting older. Quick,
I'm not
let's
going
get
to be
this
able
meeting on
to
the
hide
road.
my... Oh, you know what? I have unarmed strike. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, we got.
I just
I've got
threw
two.
one out the window.
Yeah, we got another one.
I've got 2 arm strike. Actually, I've got.
Anyways.
I've got my hypo, which nobody knows.
Oh yeah, you didn't actually bring Lieutenant Kearney with you, the guy on the planet.
No.
No. Apparently, that would have been a somewhat advantage if you had brought him in.
Wait a minute, why didn't we bring him?
Because he was still unconscious.
We couldn't,
Couldn't heal him in time.
What would be the point of bringing an unconscious man with us?
because he would have been, there's sick bay on the ship, and there would have been something you could have done for him.
Our sick bay's better than their sick bay.
Well, did he get to our sick bay?
Yeah,
He's
he's
in our
our
sick
sick
bay.
bay.
He's
All
in our
right.
sick bay, yeah.
Alright,
Anyways,
okay. I was
Um,
forgotten we'd gone to our ship first and then up theirs. Alright,
so the chief engineer of their ship sits opposite the panel in restraints. Armed security guards stand on either side of her. Dozens of other crew members from across the factions have come to observe. They stand around the sides of the room and spill into the corridor. They appear uneasy in such a large gathering, searching the faces of their shipmates. They wonder who might be the creature and when it might strike. Mallory gives her opening statement, accusing Chief Engineer Phillips of holding her ship hostage through control of life support and other essential ship functions. She's charged with mutiny and murder of dozens of her own shipmates. So Mallory calls the first witness, Lieutenant Varia, who narrowly escaped death. He was in sensor monitoring station on G deck, and the chief engineer shut off life support and sealed the entire deck. He made it through an access ladder before the emergency bulkhead shut behind him. In his dreams, he can still see his shipmates gasping for air. He can still hear their cries for help as they suffocated. Chief Engineer Phillips interrupts. Don't pretend you didn't know the invader was on G deck that day. I did what I had to do to protect everyone. I lost 2 of my own crew that day. The crowd erupts, both in jeers and cheers. Mallory gavels the table and calls her second witness, Chief Science Officer Shiro Takahashi. The science officer pulls out a modified tricorder and says he has successfully devised a way to distinguish the alien from human. Takahashi scans the chief engineer with the device and declares that she is the intruder. Then Mallory commands the security detail to seize Phillips and take her to the airlock.
Wait a minute!
Wait a minute.
Wait, hold on! Hold on!
I would like to know how you've detected this.
We have a third-party doctor over here.
Yeah, I need to know some of the specifics on your ability to detect.
So in order to make this social conflict,
Finally, social conflict. Wait a minute,
Yes.
I'm not good at those. Never mind, you two talk.
attempting to persuade Mallory is a difficulty 5 persuasion task.
Difficulty of 5.
If you have not cultivated a positive relationship advantage with the first officer or her faction, you haven't really.
No.
And she regards you as an enemy aligned with the shape-shifting alien. Because you aligned with engineering, and she's accusing engineering of being the alien.
The entire crew is being the alien?
No, the
Okay.
engineering officer.
Okay. We haven't aligned with anybody.
No.
We're unaligned. We're with Starfleet. We're here to help.
So if any crew member present previously had a positive interaction with you PCs, reduce the difficulty by 1, which, not really.
I thought we did, didn't we?
You haven't really.
We beat
No.
them?
No.
Not with the commanding crew.
You
Best
basically
we
you
did was
talked
stop the
engineering
fight.
down. You talked engineering
Yeah.
down. You kind of stayed out of the initial fight. If you provide evidence of the chief science officer's unethical experiments, reduce the difficulty by 2.
Wait a minute, we prove?
If you provide evidence
Oh,
of the
provide
chief
evidence.
science officer's unethical experiments,
What evidence do we have?
We were able to fit some logs.
Yeah.
some logs.
Yep.
Okay.
Your logs?
We definitely need to present these logs.
Yes. So whether or not his evidence is accurate,
Yeah.
he's a jerk.
Well, yeah, he's certainly going against Star protocol.
Indeed.
Star. His fleet protocol. So we shall do that. We still need to reduce it by another one unless we're going to have both of us.
Well, what is the test going to be?
I'm trying to find it.
Well,
Oh,
I
good.
figure it'd be
Probably
presence.
command.
Presence in command, I'd
Presence
imagine.
and command.
Yeah.
I get 12.
Actually, presence in science in this case,
Science.
because or
Yeah.
medicine. Presence in medicine.
Medicine, well, that's a
Because
good one
you
for
are,
me.
yeah, trying to convince them of unethical practices of medical officers.
Okay. So what's the,
Well, it's a science officer, so it would be presence in
You
science.
do also have negotiations, so that would be helpful. I think you do negotiations, don't you? You have interrogation.
Well, I do, but
Interrogation is not negotiation.
science
know.
is not.
Never mind.
Interrogation is a very negative version.
It is applied negotiation.
Somebody didn't get
Very
me.
focused.
Somebody didn't get me a science degree here.
Your character's lawfully evil. Anyways.
Wow.
So we're using presence
Essentially.
in
Presence
science?
in science, yes.
Or the presence of medicine.
Well, I got 12.
Well, it's a science officer's issue, so You weren't
Yeah.
talking. You were presenting it to the medical officer.
What do you got on that?
That
12?
the science officer is
10.
doing.
10. Oh my gosh, what do you got?
Present science would be 9 for me.
9.
So I guess it's
I got
me.
the highest.
Can I apply Uniform Code of Justice?
What is that?
That's one of my focuses.
What does that mean?
It is the code of laws for the Federation.
Well,
To
This
prove
is-
that there's unethical stuff happening.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds good.
It is a legal thing.
you see, they
Yeah.
look at the rules when it was the NX, like it wasn't really the Federation yet.
So there's some history involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you still
Good
have
is
something to
good.
argue with.
They're supposed to be good.
All right, you're gonna need all the advantage you can get at this point. So.
Well, I got to get under a 3 to make that applicable. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good luck.
and I'm
Who's
assisting.
this?
So
Assisting,
he's
yeah.
the
Okay.
key roller.
Ooh, 12 and 3. I got a match and a way lower. So
You got something that you can
I
hit
don't
it
have
with
a
that?
double though. No, I don't.
No, I mean with the focus.
I've got 2.
He has interrogation, xenobiology, genetics,
No.
trauma surgery, and athletics, and
laser.
Age.
Not from me.
Nope. No
Yeah.
help.
That's a 17.
Well.
You have
I
momentum.
can try and use some momentum to re-roll.
Okay.
Okay.
I got 2. We need a third one, don't we? Do we need a third one for this?
Yes. Look at that die. Hey!
Okay. Somebody convinced
So you got
me
2
to-
successes, and you got
I got
2?
2 successes. Oh, did he get 2?
Uh,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
3.
All
Sneak
right.
under. That gives us momentum back, doesn't it? So it's
Yeah.
a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Thank
Lucky you.
you.
That sounds a little disgruntled.
Yeah, really.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
He's got a ring.
Oh,
what
if the
happened.
player characters did not call for Lieutenant Kearney prior to arriving at these proceedings and he has recovered, he may beam over now. Doesn't say how much it reduces the difficulty, but it just...
Well, if he can beam over now and he helps, we probably
Considering how far away your ship is,
Potentially by this point.
yeah, I don't think
Right.
they'd have the energy to maintain their
Yeah.
course and beam
And we
over.
can't communicate with it.
Well, it would be too much for us to get close enough for him to beam and then pull
Yeah.
back out again.
Yeah, it
so
would be, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so you have presented at least some information,
Yeah.
and apparently there was more that you did not pursue in other areas that could have helped in this discussion.
We definitely streamlined our, just directions.
Yeah, there were a couple other decks and places you could have gone and things you could have figured out.
Crew rooms and
Yeah.
at that one log we
Yeah.
couldn't access.
Yeah. Anyways, Mallory pulls her phase pistol and sets it to kill.
Hey, that increases threat. Don't do that.
Well, wait a minute. Wouldn't that increase our momentum? Because they're using
No,
the threat.
it's not on us.
No, she's trying to kill
Oh.
the chief engineer
Chief
because you've
engineer.
managed to convince them. Oh yeah, he's totally not. That's what you
Uh-huh.
say he is. So
I still think if you're
Okay.
really that worried about her, we should quarantine her.
Can our physician examine the data?
That says that she's an alien. Well, yeah. How do you know that she's an alien? What is this tricorder reading you're doing?
She have an extra chromosome? I mean, what's going on here?
Modify my tricorder to do it?
let's see if she even makes a hit.
Oh, she actually fired now.
Yes.
She's. I wish she's impulsive, but
I
that'd
thought
be
nobody's
the
supposed
drives.
to have phasers in there.
Okay.
She got-
Well, the command crew,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
their territory, so they got their own weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
She succeeds. She even spends a point of threat. He recommends to spend a point of threat.
Oh yeah. Wear down their threat. We don't want them to have any threat. We don't have to know what they have.
You might want to do some of your triage surgery after this.
Yeah, I've got trauma surgery. That's
Trauma
what it
surgery,
was.
isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he took 8 damage. He's unconscious. Still has some health, but he's, or she,
Okay, yeah, I think
Yes,
it's
I
a
think
she.
it's a she.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, what'd you go and do that for?
Did she bleed? What's the color of the blood? It's purple. She's a Klingon!
If it's green, she's Vulcan.
okay. At this point, since she's made her shot, you can decide to do a daring plus security to wrestle the weapon out of her hand.
Does it look
Yeah,
like she's...
that's you.
Does it look like she's
Gonna shoot anybody else?
gonna shoot
Opposed
anybody
by her difficulty of daring and security. The difficulty is 1.
Does she look like she's gonna be putting her phaser away now that she's done her job, or?
No,
Okay.
pretty much anybody that disagrees with her is going to be.
Oh, well, I disagree. Thoroughly.
Okay, so.
Daring and security?
Yep.
That's a 16 for me.
It's an
Huzzah.
opposed check, so versus her, so if she gets more.
I'm gonna give you a little assist here. I got the 12 on that. Nope, I didn't. Can't help you.
I'm going to use one momentum to reroll one of these dice.
But you don't know what she got, do you?
I want to be confident that happen. Actually, you know what? No, wait a minute. Sorry. Well, yeah, I needed to. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
And this is hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Excellent. That meets one of my focuses. That gives me a total of 3 successes.
Okay.
Okay. So I mean, if she only got 1 success, we get 2 momentum back.
She got 2 successes.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll beat her.
The weapon's been knocked from her hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I didn't want to knock from her hand. I
If you
wanted to
need
take
to
it.
knock her out, you need to inflict enough damage to incapacitate her.
Okay.
We don't really need to.
I don't think that's necessary. I just want to get the. I want to. Can I grab the phaser? Since I was disarmed earlier.
Say daring and security again.
Okay. Natural 1 and a 5. So
Okay.
yeah.
You got
Okay.
3.
So
Cool.
yeah.
Well, you said I needed 2. We give them.
Okay.
I'm also focused on hand phasers and survival and exposure.
Yeah.
Whatever we want to,
Okay.
give me on that. Yeah.
Okay, so you get a momentum as you grab her weapon and point it back at her.
Well, I wouldn't.
I'm not pointing it back at her. I'm not
No.
pointing it back at her.
No, he's
I'm
putting-
pocketing that.
He's putting it in his
Okay.
pocket.
Okay.
We aren't threatening anyone.
No.
We came here to settle things, not to accelerate things. Yes.
Suddenly, 15 crewmen from the engineering faction burst into the room with phase pistols.
Engineers. Why do they be engineers?
They appear to be attempting to forcibly free their commander.
Well, the commander's out. Like a lot.
When do you beg at home to stop?
Okay. Well,
I'm
we-
not the one with any presents.
we've.
Am I at presence and command? They'll give me 12. Or presence and security. It'll be 13. When we do one of those?
To do what? Talk to him or what?
Yeah.
Talk to
Stand down!
him. Yeah. Well, yeah, if it's presence security, I got 14.
Yeah, presence security.
Okay. Should I do it then and you get assist? You get, I get 14. But
14, sure, I'll assist you.
Okay. 2 successes.
Okay.
And I guess interrogation doesn't give me that little extra edge.
You're not interrogating.
Because I got 3 and a 4, which both
Yeah.
of them are matched
Uh,
under my security.
Yeah, and I rolled a 4. Composure?
Okay.
So that would be 2 then, for me.
Okay. 1.
So we're composing. Okay. Anyway.
Ditto.
Okay. Suddenly the ship lurches violently and knocks everyone off balance. The red alert klaxon blares and the distressed voice of a young crewman crackles over the wall intercom. There's a reactor breach and he can't stop the containment collapse because all the controls have been rerouted to the command center.
Okay, now, just so I remember, didn't we have someone getting into this little cube thing and going to eject themselves back out into to the this guy.
He wants to go in
He
there.
wants to
I
go
thought,
in.
oh, he
Yes.
didn't go in. I thought he did
No,
go
he
in.
hadn't
No.
gotten in there yet. No.
We were joking that, okay, bye.
Okay. So I think we all have to work together now, gentlemen, because you got a problem. Nobody's going to survive.
Okay, can I access the intercom?
Not from here.
Okay.
You walk
Okay, so
over
the
there.
next
Can
scene.
we explain the situation to the crew?
Majority of them are here.
Okay, hey, guess what? That thing you got in the shuttle bay, it's what's pulling the ship into this wormhole. Whoever the alien is, I don't care who it is. Get back on your ship and get out of here. I'll shoot whoever, I'll protect you whoever it is, okay?
Well, if they're going to leave, I don't think we need to protect
Well,
them.
they're obviously people have been
Roll
killed.
reason and security.
Oh,
Difficulty
reason.
of 3.
Reason
Three.
and security, okay. So
I
it's
can
not
assist.
so bad, but still. It's a 12 for me. Doctor, assist me, please.
Okay, I got a success.
Another natural 1, huzzah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then a 12, so that's still,
A success.
that matches, so it still works.
Right.
And,
he got 3 all by himself. Plus
Yeah.
I got 1.
All right. So that's
Okay,
it.
so we convince him.
Let's see. You arrive outside the command center with 10 members of the Atlantis crew close on your heels. Some of them are armed and many still harbor deep-seated resentments against the alien, but they're putting that aside right now.
Yes.
Uh,
Has the alien exposed himself yet?
No.
Okay.
no, of course not.
Well-
The door to the command center is sealed, and the only way through it is to use a phaser to cut through the correct circuits within the wall. They give you back your weapons.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hand this one to
They're kind of
somebody
confused 'cause
else.
They look so advanced compared to what they have, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hand this one back to, somebody else besides the one that shot.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Obviously,
So
they
this
can't
will
be
be
trusted with
a challenge with simple tasks. First, to identify the correct circuits to open this door. Reason plus engineering with a difficulty of 3.
I think I can do that.
Okay.
Oh,
Reason and engineering,
Mm-hmm.
difficulty of 3.
Yep.
Oh, none of my focuses will apply. You can use momentum to lower difficulty, can't you?
And create advantage. You can
Create
spend
advantage.
You can spend a momentum to
Master die.
lower it by 1.
All right, let's do
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I mean, I have shipboard tactical systems? That wouldn't apply, though.
No.
That door is down there.
All right. This time, do
Oh, sorry, it's 2 momentum.
2 momentum.
Yeah.
That's worth it. It makes it so in range of working. Reason and engineering, you said, correct?
Yes.
That's 1 success.
Hmm.
Anyone
Yeah.
want to assist me with their...
Doctor,
got it.
assist.
I'll assist.
Oh!
Complication.
All right, let's toss one of those momentum and I'll re-roll a die.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, shouldn't he re-roll it so we don't have the complication?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Not a success.
not a success, but it's not a complication.
Complication would just increase the next task.
All right,
Okay.
use the last one. We need to get through this to not increase or
Re-roll.
cause problems.
Okay.
A complication?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Next task.
I only needed a 15.
Yeah.
Now you need to cut the circuits. It's a daring or reason plus engineering with a difficulty now of 5.
Daring and engineering?
Daring or reason.
All right. I am going to use my spirit of discovery.
You each have a point of determination still.
Well, hold on. Before we go doing that,
Okay.
I am using my determination, but in a great way that humans.
Mm-hmm.
Drive spirit, yeah. You may spend 1 determination to add 3 points to the group momentum pool.
Oh.
Okay. 3 points.
Nice.
All right. Now I got 15s for this one,
Mm-hmm.
so
It was, what was the discipline for that one again?
It's daring or reason plus engineering.
Engineering, okay. I would have 12. Dad, you?
I would have 12.
Okay.
Still the difficulty of 5.
I'll assist this time.
okay. What can we do to stack our efforts here?
Let's see. Attack, tough. unarmed, and quick action. Mine are all combat based.
Okay.
Talents.
No phasers or anything?
I mean, yeah, I got a Type 2 phaser.
Hand phaser?
I mean, if that's a focus.
You got to focus.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
hand
phaser.
phaser's focus. Yeah.
Okay, so there's that.
Because you didn't really identify the correct circuit, so you're not really sure what you're cutting.
Right, we're just blasting everything here.
Blasting everything. That's what I'm best at.
You have it on your screen. What's the best momentum spends?
Create advantage, create opportunity, create problem, or obtain information. So create an opportunity would be buying up to 3 dice. 1 momentum for the first dice, 2 momentum for the second.
And that's all we have.
You can buy 2 extra dice.
Right, for 3.
Yeah.
Okay, we probably need to do this so we can not die in this corridor.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right.
Success?
Just barely.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
I got 1 success.
So that's
That's
5.
Yeah.
Anything that I can possibly... No, not unless quantum physics applies. Or philosophy.
Oh, that's philosophy. Yeah.
While you work to safely open the door, Ensign Mendola speaks through the comm panel on the wall. I am sorry, but this is the only way. I never meant for any of this to happen. You must believe me. I never wanted to hurt anyone, but you humans, all you do is hurt each other, and that which you do not understand. But even though you hunted me like an animal, I harbor no hatred for your kind. I am a scientist, a peaceful explorer, and if I could save your lives, I would. Please take comfort in the knowledge that your sacrifice will save millions of lives on countless worlds.
Yeah. Hey, can we correct him and say I'm not human? I'm an Andorian, a very proud Andorian. Thank you very much. Racist.
Majority of people on this ship are humans.
Okay.
Where is he calling from?
Just somewhere, you're hearing it through the comm panel.
Was he at the meeting?
No.
So the
Mendola?
alien was not at the meeting.
No. Whoever this Ensign Mendola is,
Can you, let's say,
is the alien in disguise.
And they could probably change their form later on.
Yeah.
Once we get there, so.
Okay, you could ask him some things if you...
Okay.
I'm not human. Just want you to know that.
That's not asking you anything.
Dude, you know I'm not human.
Are you planning on leaving the ship? Back the way you came.
Can you save the non-humans?
Can I have your ship?
Section earlier about
The claim was made that you attacked first? Sam?
Oh, here's the alien story. Okay. I created a gravity drive, the first of its kind, so that my people could finally leave the confines of their solar system. While testing the prototype, the drive malfunctioned and created this wormhole. My vessel is the beating heart of the anomaly that plagues us both. The gravity drive perpetually imploding and exploding.
Why?
I abandoned ship in an escape pod and was pulled to the other side, to your universe. I soon discovered my life form is incompatible with this universe. I was dying. When the Atlantis brought me aboard, I thought they were my saviors. I never intended to hurt anyone. On my planet, there are 2 forms of life that exist in symbiosis. One is sentient, a small, weak thing that could surely perish without its companion form. A strong but non-sentient animal. We merge with this creature, absorbing and taking its form, carrying its primitive memories with us. Together we have created a civilization and just taken our first steps off-world. I was not in control of myself, on the verge of death, when my body acted out of self-preservation to absorb Ensign Mendola. I tried many times to communicate with the crew. It quickly became apparent to me that they wanted only one thing, my death. It did not seem to matter to them that we would all soon die. Gravitational forces had already started crushing the hull. Hiding among the crew, my only goal has been to find a way to right my mistake. The wormhole is growing and will soon encompass countless worlds beyond the star system. A detonation at the center of the wormhole in this vessel's antimatter engines will destroy my gravity drive and collapse the wormhole. I will do whatever it takes to protect your universe and my own, even if it means never seeing the blue sunrise of home.
Okay.
We have his backstory now.
So the door is open. The rest of the Atlantis crew are rushing in, and you see this Ensign Mendola is in the command room, and they're all pointing their phasers ready to kill him.
Okay.
Even though he's just described all of this.
Okay.
Wow.
It wouldn't do any good to kill him. We need to find out if he's set the controls or if we can still get out of this situation. Ensign Mandola, are you prepared to evacuate this ship and go back to your...
Let's see. Mallory now pushes through and grabs a phaser from one of the other crew members and tries to shoot at Mandola.
The alien?
Yes.
Oh.
If you want to stop this, you can spend a point of determination and interrupt with a daring.
Fine, I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made the declaration earlier.
Daring and security.
Oh, that's my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Double 18s?
Wow.
Just outside your...
Yeah.
Well, she rolled double 20s, so
Oh, I think we succeeded.
she shoots herself in the foot instead.
By all means, sure.
Oh, like
So
in your attempt to, you wrestle with her.
Yeah.
And you manage to aim it down, and she's like, oh no, bah!
Okay.
So he's grapple her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tell everybody else, whoever shoots this person, I'm going to shoot them back, alright? So, don't! I already made the promise I was going to protect them.
Okay, we need to get him to a
All right.
pod.
First, you need to convince the Atlantis crew to abandon ship because they're going to use this to destroy the gravity drive.
Ah,
They're going to guide, once everyone's used their escape pods and gotten off the Atlantis, they're going to guide the Atlantis further into the wormhole and...
Will the escape pods be able to escape the power of the wormhole?
yeah, really.
Apparently, Mandola
That's
is suggesting he can quickly alter their engines so that they have enough power to do so, like using the technology from his own escape pod.
Probably might be landing towards the planet.
Yeah.
Or try to use the gravity of the
Mhm.
planet in order
Yeah.
to thrust them further.
Yeah.
I can
Alright.
see that happening. Okay.
Okay.
Ish.
Stretch.
So you need to do presence or insight plus command with a difficulty of 3 to convince the Atlantis crew now that you're on the bridge. You can use the intercom
Okay.
and shipwide communications.
I had
Not
12
me?
for that. Huh?
I
Not
got
me?
12
Okay.
for that too.
Alright, so I'll do it.
And I'll
Okay.
assist.
Okay.
I didn't do any good assisting.
I got 1.
How many you need?
Yeah. And,
Can we spend some
We're
generate
out
a
of
threat? You can't generate
You
threat.
need to ram the nuclear vessel.
I don't know what else
Okay.
to do with it. I rolled an 11 and a 19, so...
You can reroll by adding threat.
Okay, I'll add a threat.
Okay.
Move from a 19 to an 18. So no. Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
At least you didn't go to a 20. Okay. Isn't there someone else in this crew that wants to live?
Yeah.
Mallory gets up from her embarrassing shot and says, orders everyone to leave, that she will stay behind to guide the ship. She'll sacrifice herself because apparently there's no automated controls in this old ship.
Ah.
So
Wow.
Star Trek folks.
Okay.
Huh? You found it?
You got 1.
I guess if she's gonna sacrifice herself, then the other
Yeah, I figured
crew
it was
would
probably there.
probably.
Yep, encyclopedia.
Yep.
People wants to destroy this. Okay, so that means then they have one.
That'll have
we
ships.
couldn't convince them. Their own crewmates convinced them.
Or you can reroute their power to the transporter and use that instead of their escape pods.
I'll give that a try.
Okay. That's going to be reason plus engineering with a difficulty of 2 and a complication range of 2.
And I have transporter focus.
Alright,
You want this, Doctor?
so 18 through 20.
What was it? Reason plus.
Or no, 19 and 20.
Engineering?
I guess would be.
19 and 20.
19 and 20 will be critical failure.
I have a 1 and a 3, generating 2, 3, 4 successes.
4 successes. You get 2 momentum
And I didn't get any.
as you
success.
killed it.
Okay.
I am a transporter chief.
Obviously.
Alright.
I shoot things.
Now
Hello, computer.
power has been rerouted successfully. It's going to be control plus engineering, assisted by the ship's sensors and engineering with a difficulty of 2. The
think I'd
ship's
get even
sensors
more
and
off that.
engineering is. Look at the previous section.
With the ship, you want to do the ship? Oh.
Well, it's not my ship.
Those not your ship. Oh, okay. Well, whose ship is it? Whose ship
So
is it?
sensors. What was the control and engineering?
Control and engineering for you, sensors and engineering for the ship.
Control and engineering for me. So that's a 15, and I get a free reroll.
Reroll.
I'm just trying to find the ship's stats in here.
Oh yes, for
The NX class?
Yes, the NX Atlantis. I'm not sure if they're. Let's see the characters.
pre-orders could about be ready.
Okay, I don't know what they expect me to roll for that. This is in the
I'll just
back.
use some other ship. Something close.
Or use your own ship. I really don't care.
Yeah, use our own.
Stats are stats. I mean, that's
Okay,
fine.
use our own.
I'm not finding the stats for the Atlantis in here, so.
So it's
Okay.
2 difficulty.
Yes,
You said sensors. Wait, what was it again?
sensors and engineering.
Engineering. Okay. That's a failure. I mean, it's not critical, but
And what were we
17.
using the sensors again for?
This ship's sensors and engineering to find a place to beam to.
Find a base. So transporter still work for
Um,
focus.
Do now.
what did you roll that wasn't a success?
I got 17.
17. Complication range increases because you're not beaming to a transporter pad.
Okay.
Did you do
So
those
it went
two?
from.
You would have been a complication, but with that roll.
Well, it was 19 or 20
It
before.
increases to 5, so
Increased to
50
5.
Yeah, like I guess 15 to 20.
Kick that momentum real quick.
Momentum.
Reroll.
Yes.
4.
There we go.
There you go,
Much
success. Okay.
The question I'm asking about transporters, if it still applies,
Okay.
it gives me 2 successes. Because I'm using a transporter.
Yes.
So that'd be 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
We gotta be momentum hogs in this game. If you
Obviously.
can justify momentum, you better.
Obviously, yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you successfully beamed the crew.
This was an NX class, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do.
I got faith we can do this.
Yeah.
I almost say it's faith of the heart.
Oh, I have heartburn now. I was looking up what it says here for what NX would be. It was, yeah, sensors and engineering, right?
Yeah.
Their sensors listed off as 7, and just blank on the engineering. So whatever type of ship this was.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
In any
it
case,
doesn't help. Anyways,
I got a 4. It would have been lower than anyways. We're good.
apparently there is a way to potentially a way to send the ship without sacrificing anyone. It's going to be reason plus engineering or science with a difficulty of 4.
I'm rocking a 15 still.
Eight or 9.
Now.
Okay.
Doctor?
Will this be
2,
using
12.
the computer or sensors?
Computer.
Alright, so that gets me a free reroll. So we need to spend 2 to lower this down to a 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 of our dice, if we hit it, should do it. Sound good?
Alright, use 2.
Using 2.
Okay.
I have nothing in my list of focuses that helps on this. So,
Add
reason
your
engineering.
I guess. What is the goal on this one?
The reason plus engineering or science.
Okay, I got it. That makes me 12 either way.
It'd be 8 for me, actually.
That's a 1.
Okay.
So 2,
Okay, I have,
3.
not a success.
Okay, so you got 3. You reduced the difficulty.
Yes.
So here we go. You can set the Atlantis on autopilot and extend the shields from your ship to the Atlantis to protect her hull integrity long enough for the ship to reach the craft at the center of the wormhole and detonate.
Okay.
Okay.
So setting the Atlantis on autopilot requires a control plus con task with a difficulty of 0.
Oh, 0? Well, I think we...
Control and con. I'm at 13.
You can either let it pass or try to get some momentum this way.
15.
Let's see. Control and con, that's 12.
I'll do it.
At 15, get us some.
15.
Here, I'll help you. I'll assist on this 0.
Yeah.
That's,
What's the
yeah.
complication range?
It's
Didn't say
different.
it.
Didn't
Normal?
change for this
Okay,
one.
good.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got, let's
18.
see. I got 2 successes, and, let's see.
So just 2 successes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out, okay,
Hey.
shipboard tactics? Huh?
No.
Okay.
Extending the shields to the Atlantis requires at least 1 power from our ship,
Yeah. Okay, take power
Yeah.
off.
and a
Power.
control plus security task assisted by the ship's structure plus engineering with a difficulty of 1.
Of the Saratoga.
Okay.
Yes.
Sensor, you sorry, what was it again? Structure
Control and security plus structure
Okay.
and structure plus engineering.
I got 14 for that.
Well,
What about-
control and security got 17.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, heck.
Yeah.
He's the control security guy.
He is the
Yes.
man.
He's the-
Okay,
yeah.
So I'll do mine first.
Yeah.
Which was
You
level
don't
here.
quite need any assistance.
Well, the computer's assistant to me.
Yeah.
So let's see, that's still 2 successes, even though I rolled a 16. Min-max is what I do.
1
And then structure plus
structure and engineering.
engineering. Okay, so that's 11 for that. 19. So okay,
No,
that's
okay.
didn't work, but
You got 1 thing.
All right.
Now you have to reverse the tractor beam from the player from your ship and use it to push the Atlantis into the center of the wormhole before it detonates. This will eliminate the need for someone to stay behind.
okay. We have a
Okay.
tractor beam strength of 2.
Okay, so you're going to be reversing the tractor beam requires control plus security, assisted by the ship's weapons plus security, with a difficulty of 3.
Control security.
And you're the...
7 and a 2. And since you said it was weapons,
Yes.
because that includes shipboard tactical systems then.
Yes.
Thank you. So that would be a double success there, right? So that would be 3.
Okay.
And then
Plus
the ship.
the weapons and
Security.
security. 9. 19. Okay, so not there.
No, you just got enough.
I made the
how
ship work.
This is adding tension.
Yes.
The explosion of the Atlantis' antimatter reactor destroys the alien vessel, with the gravity drive no longer in a never-ending state of exploding and imploding. The extreme gravitational forces quickly dissipate. The wormhole will recede in a matter of minutes until its 2 is gone. You convinced Mendola to leave. He now has a chance to return home in a shuttle. However, the terminus of the wormhole periodically fluctuates between multiple universes, so you'll need to conduct a sensor sweep to determine the exact moment when the passage opens into his home universe.
Fortunately, we have advanced sensors on our ship, which reduces the difficulty by 1.
Woohoo!
The difficulty is already 0.
So, -1.
Negative
Automatic.
1, free momentum. What's the test?
No. So, whatever.
No!
If we're gonna get, unless that stack is at 6, we're doing this.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the interference of the gravity, okay. The simple reason plus science, assisted by the ship's sensors plus science.
I got 13 and a free reroll for doing that.
Not me.
I think I have 12.
All right.
So
So you said, sorry, the ship was
Sensors plus science.
sensors science. Okay. Finally, the ship was
I
able
got
to do
nothing
something.
I can do with that.
okay.
Well, is this quantum or temporal physics?
I'd say it's quantum physics. Wormholes are quantum.
Sure. why
All right, so that's 2, 3, 4. I think we got our stack to 6.
Knocked out. Knocked out.
Okay.
Okay.
As Mendola traverses the wormhole, the sensors from the player's ship detect an alien vessel on the other side, ready to retrieve the shuttlecraft. Moments later, as the wormhole closes for good, a message signals through from the other universe. Through his human form, could not survive long, as people provided him with a new form to absorb.
How nice.
Okay.
Once the debilitating effects of the alien's gravity drive are dealt with, full power gradually returns to your ship. If some of the Atlantis crew survive, Starfleet will court-martial them for their actions. Members of the Atlantis crew did not directly commit atrocities will be pardoned, but need long-term psychological support.
Yeah.
A couple of them did, though.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, and they
So
also...
I'd like to compare my
coming
chronometer to the ships.
To the Atlantis?
To ours.
Alright, okay.
See how long we were over there compared to what they thought we were over there.
It's not in the book.
It's not in the book. I'm gonna
So you didn't
assume-
think about that?
No, they didn't think about that. I'm assuming about a month has passed for them.
Oh, we had a very patient crew.
Yes.
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 Well, they love us, of course they do. Is there anything in the wreckage? Did there?
Like a gravity drive.
No,
Well-
it's all gone. It's like
Just
just
sucked in
collapsed,
away.
sucked in. Yeah.
That was too much to
Mhm.
ask for. Yeah. Did we download the information about the space pod to our databanks?
It
Our
was-
tricorders.
It was all completely alien, foreign,
Yeah.
and had no.
Yeah,
way
and
of
he's got the
interfacing.
device though to analyze that stuff. We're saying that's up to Starfleet. That's one more step, right, to the.
We'll build our own gravity drive and cause the same
Yes.
problem. Sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's
That
the end
would
of
be
that
neat.
mission.
Okay.
Now, depending on the nature of the damages to your ship, you may decide to make repairs, maybe even forced to make a trip under impulse power. But it won't be long before you're underway again, setting course into the deep reaches of unexplored space.
I was gonna say, I don't think our ship got damaged.
We
also
used up a
power.
lot of energy.
Yeah, but that will
Yeah,
return.
we didn't take any shield damage, any structural damage. I don't think. No. Yeah. Now, what would be neat would be if we were able to take this now, to, because this is all original series. If we could take it then to Next Generation, and we were actually flying our own test ship with a
Gravity
with
drive.
an attempt at a gravity drive in it. Yeah.
Well, I now have
took
a
that
side
long.
project to work on.
Yeah.
Gravity drive. Seems sane.
Someone attempted it. Why can't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, who is it? Somebody has a 0-point energy drive, or it's no, it was a black star, or a.
The
no,
Romulans use like a.
It's like a micro black hole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to power their ship.
but yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a bit dangerous, though. I mean, antimatter's dangerous, primary too, but.
All right.
All right. The next mission is called Border Dispute.
Quick
Which
break
generation
before we
is this
start the
in?
next one.
Yeah, take a little break. It is set in Next Gen.
Oh,
Okay.
Are they switching around?
Is there another original one?
Yeah, this is all kind of confusing, you know?
You can set an original. It's reasonably easy. It should take place just after Balance of Terror. The ships will be D7 battle cruisers instead of warbirds,
Okay.
and the Nightingale will be a constellation class instead of a Galaxy class.
Okay. You want to give me the book for, so I can see what the Constellation class does?
Is it guys?
Constellation?
Okay.
Did he give me specifics about the, any deets about it?
Deets. Alright, I'll just say this happens at Captain's Log, Stardate 2156.8.
Not that day.
We are en route to a Romulan neutral zone, the Romulan neutral zone, after receiving a subspace transmission from Admiral Moss at Starfleet headquarters. It appears that one of our ships, the USS Nightingale, has suffered a navigational error and entered the Romulan neutral zone. By the terms of the treaty made after years of conflict with the Romulans, this may be considered an act of war. The Romulans have already fired on the Nightingale, crippling her on the wrong side of the border, and claim the crew are now prisoners of war. As nearest ship to the critical situation, we have been ordered to assist the Nightingale and defuse the situation in whatever way we can. But it's going to be difficult, as Admiral Moss was clear, we are not to enter the neutral zone ourselves unless there's a dire emergency. I'll have to hope the Romulans are feeling charitable enough to let us beam over to the Nightingale. They couldn't have come at a worse time diplomatically. The Federation badly needs the Romulans to come to our...
Oops. Sorry, did you say it was Constellation class, or you said Constitution class, didn't you?
Constellation.
Okay, good. Constellation. All right, that's what I was writing down. I got
Yeah.
confused. It didn't say what scale it should be. It would probably be the same scale as the Constitution
So
class,
yeah,
right?
the USS Nightingale, a Constellation class ship, has had a issue with their navigation systems, and they have been accidentally traveled into the neutral zone, and have been shot upon by Romulans. And so now you're not supposed to enter the neutral zone. You're supposed to find a way to save the ship and negotiate your way out of this.
Do we have... Are we in our same ship?
Yeah, same ship,
Okay.
same crew.
Well, wait a minute.
What?
Do I need to write down this Constitution class stuff then?
I don't think so.
Or are we on the Miranda?
That's the ship we're going
No,
to
no,
save.
no. According to this, it's a Nova class science vessel. I'm going to need the stats changed to a Constellation class
Okay,
for the NPC
Oh,
ship.
for the NPCs. Okay, so we're
Yes.
still using the Miranda.
Yes, you're still
Okay.
using
Well,
Miranda.
then I'll
but
just
if
throw
you-
this away then.
This away?
This away.
Okay.
Throw this away.
Okay.
Proper use of the term.
Good.
There's a lady at our church that we
Oh,
attend.
no,
that-
that's okay.
Oh, she always says that term,
Yes,
but she says it without the context.
instead of that away.
This way and that away. That's sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a silly phrase, but yeah, she just says. Yeah. Anyways, fine then. Here, take that back then.
So, the goals for this mission are to ensure the Romulans have no excuse to declare war on the Federation, to save as many of the Nightingale crew as possible, and do not allow Federation technology to fall into the hands of the Romulans.
Seems a little late for that. They had the ship.
I say we just remotely set the ship to self-destruct and hope for the best.
That's usually the security officer's response. You call it. Well, then again, you got lawful evil. You're right. Never mind.
yeah. Might as well be the Vulcan. The most logical thing to do is just destroy the ship.
Then we can blame it on the Romulans. Say they
Yeah,
touched the wrong
they
button.
malfunctioned. So yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't know how to use warp core, and there we go.
Yeah.
So, the original mission being next gen, they were supposed to go to war with the Dominion, but in this case, the Romulans are upset over the recent theft of a cloaking device in the Enterprise incident.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do they have both scenarios in there? Or
They just
you're-
had at the beginning, they say other eras of play. If you want to play the
okay.
Enterprise, if you want to play the original series.
Just thought you might like it
Interesting.
for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the cloaking
Ships.
device better. Isn't that pretty?
Isn't it just?
I want that quad nice. That's next gen. Get back.
Quad nacelle?
Well, it's got probably a 4.
One's got one on top and bottom.
Well, it's got 2. It's got 2. It's got 2. They're side by
So,
side. You can't see the
Admiral
second one.
Moss sent a series of files in his transmission that detail the Nightingale and her crew, including several personnel files and details on the Constellation class ships in general. Also, a copy of transmission Starfleet received from the Nightingale's first officer shows a disheveled Commander Lewis, the Nightingale's first officer, on a badly damaged bridge surrounded by chaos. She says, "This is Commander Allison Lewis of the Federation Starship Nightingale. A navigational error has caused us to enter the neutral zone, and we have exchanged fire with the Romulan warbird. Captain Blake was killed in the attack, and we have lost main power. Warp drive is offline, ship systems are down, but life support is good and holding. Repairs are underway, we have lost most of our engineering crew. The Romulans are claiming we're not prisoners of war, and they'll insist on taking us to Romulus for trial once their ship is repaired. We don't want to give in to their demands, we also don't want to start another war. Starfleet, please advise."
Okay. So we got to do this from outside the neutral zone.
Yeah.
How close to the edge of the neutral zone?
Arriving at the edge of the neutral zone, you
Yes.
will be hailed by the Nightingale. Command is a human woman that you recognize from the previous distress call as Commander Lewis. The Nightingale still appears badly damaged, and a scan will show that they have no warp power weapons or shields. Commander Lewis will be glad of your help. The situation is grave. Captain Blake is dead. Most of the engineering crew are dead or injured as the Romulans targeted the engineering section of the Nightingale. Commander Lewis is now the acting captain, badly in need of engineering teams from your ship to help with repairs. They'll need to talk to the Romulans about beaming over. As this on cue, a Romulan ship will also hail you. Romulan captain is Commander Meheven,
Heaven.
M-H-E-V-E-N, Meheven,
Whatever.
who initially takes a very aggressive posture. She reminds you that entering the neutral zone will be considered an act of war. The Nightingale and her crew are now prisoners of the Romulan Star Empire. While firing on the Nightingale is rather aggressive, Heaven is within her rights to have done so under the terms of the treaty.
Now wait a minute. Being the neutral zone, is it like a no man's land that neither side
Well,
should be in
it's
it?
the neutral zone is a very thin area of like this is Federation side, this is
Uh-huh.
Romulan side.
Uh-huh.
They've crossed in the Romulan side.
Okay. Yeah.
Neutral zone's like the DMZ between Koreas.
Right.
It's
So
not very
There
big.
should be a space so that anybody can either go in or nobody.
You're basically there.
Okay.
That's a decent size in the map. But,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, when you think of space. but-
space.
Yeah.
Yeah, but vessels. Doesn't take long for them to
Vessels.
vessels.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
So, how far is the Nightingale?
Far enough that you'll have to do an insight plus command to convince the Romulan commander to allow you to beam over.
So they're within beaming range, though.
Yes.
Oh,
Like you could just
okay.
beam over, but you will cause
Wow.
more problems.
maybe it'd be better if we beamed all their people over to us.
No, we need to get the ship.
We
They
Get
need
the ship.
people on their ship and people healed and
I
ship.
remember the original Enterprise. Didn't Captain Archer have a grappling hook?
That was before they had tractor beams.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. Who has insight and command there?
Well,
I got command. I do not have the
not
insight.
me. I've got 9 command, 2 command, and 9 insight. So that gives me 11.
I also have 11.
I'm rocking 11.
We're all got 11. Who
None of us
come
are
up with
The
inside.
it?
difficulty is only one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, let you don't give a shit.
I'll assist you.
Okay.
Okay.
That's one.
That's one.
Okay.
You got two?
You already have your maximum.
Okay.
I just carried it over just because you have such difficulty getting momentum.
Okay.
Well, you can spend momentum to obtain more information about this commander.
Yes, please.
We do.
Okay.
There's 3 pieces.
Actually, we'd have one free. We had
Yeah.
2 successes.
All right,
There you
right.
go.
So
So
you
just
spend
do
2.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get all.
Yeah.
Maheven is more nervous than someone in her position should be. She constantly seems to play for time, drawing out any negotiation with slow decisions and pedantic clarifications. And her nervousness seems to be a concern about how her superiors may judge her actions in this encounter.
So she's relatively new and may or may not have reinforcements coming.
Either that or she's a plant and they deliberately went over to
She
get
had
some
gills.
kind of information. But she's acting like they accidentally went.
All right, well, let's try beaming over the Nightingale.
Okay. Having permission to beam, you meet up with Commander Lewis, assess the Nightingale, and find out what really happened. So the events, as far as the Nightingale crew know, are the following. Commander Lewis was on duty, and Captain Blake was in her quarters. Everything was fine, and no problems had been reported with the ship. Their course was to travel along the Federation side of the neutral zone to the next survey assignment. During a routine course check, the navigator realized the ship had gone off course. While the navigation system showed they were on course, a more detailed position check proved they'd slid into the neutral zone. Before they could change course, the Romulan D7 class warbird decloaked and opened fire. The Nightingale returned fire. The next Romulan salvo took out their shields and made a direct hit on engineering. The Nightingale is no match for the warbird, so Lewis is surprised they inflicted as much damage as the Romulans say they did. Having disabled the Nightingale, the Romulans opened a channel to demand surrender. Lewis surrendered on the condition they were allowed to apprise Starfleet on the incident. It was at this point she sent the distress call. Out of the Nightingale's crew complement of 80, at least 40 people have been either killed or injured in the attack. Almost all the engineering team are incapacitated. While most of the crew are scientists, many have proved competent engineers and are working on repairs. Among the dead is Captain Blake. She was found dead in her quarters after having activated the Romulan protocol. It is thought she was hurt trying to get to the bridge, but made it back to her quarters to activate the protocol. The Romulan protocol is an emergency procedure to ensure the enemy cannot claim too much Federation data should they capture the ship. On the command of the captain, it locks out and encrypts all data on the computer system. It means the computer is shut down and locked, although it will maintain life support and manual systems. It can be undone given time and or a Federation computer lab. There are a few things that don't add up, though. The failure of the navigation systems might be a fault, or it could potentially be sabotage. The Romulans arrived very quickly. They may have been cloaked in the neutral zone already, but if not, they were on the border and they were able to speed over in double quick time. The Romulans would probably claim the latter if challenged. A lucky coincidence. Either way, it is either against the terms of the treaty or a galaxy-sized coincidence. The Romulans claim the Nightingale damaged their own warp systems. This may be true as they got in a solid hit. It seems the Romulan shields were down. While this isn't usual after coming out of Cloak, it is odd that a trained Romulan crew didn't manage to get the shields up before the Nightingale fired. While Commander Lewis wants to get to the bottom of what's going on, she really needs to look at the safety of her ship and crew. She's happy they were investigating. The Nightingale really needs help in terms of repairs and seeing to the wounded.
Can we look at the logs to make sure that the Nightingale actually fired second?
That's the next act. However, your previous question can be answered by why not just beam up the crew.
Yeah.
Enterprising characters might decide that beaming up the Nightingale crew aboard their own ship would solve the problem. Sadly, it won't, and may actually hand the situation to the Romulans. The main problem is the player character ship can't beam everyone up in one go. Even if it could, there are several wounded that need to be prepped for beaming before they can be moved. Additionally, Romulans will notice. The warbird will easily detect any beaming and know how many people. It would be pretty simple to determine if evacuation is in progress. Romulans' reaction would be a simple one. Put a tractor beam on the Nightingale and tow it further into the neutral zone. This will reveal that their engines work, but they can always say they just repaired them just in time.
Well,
Okay, I think we should, while we're trying to negotiate with the Romulans, get our attitude adjusting jets to slowly edge us back to the edges, closer to our space. But not in a noticeable...
I'm going to head to engineering. You probably should go to sick bay.
Yeah.
How about while you're in sick bay,
Yeah.
while you're treating the crew, how about you also just, nonchalantly also double check if anybody's
Yeah.
actually a Romulan?
Uh-huh.
Just checking.
I think my tricorder will tell me that.
I mean, there's a
Yeah.
difference between Romulans and Vulcans.
Right,
So if somebody's a Romulan spy, you should be able to find it out.
Well, if there's Vulcans, we know who the Vulcans should be.
Most of the damage to the Nightingale is due to the strike on main engineering. The damage is extensive, and the warp core is offline for safety reasons. It's been shut down as the systems that keep it in check are in bad need of repair. The damage also caused power surges across the ship that have blown out power conduits and impacted on several secondary systems. Luckily, the life support systems are in no danger, but power reserves are low across the ship. The mood in main engineering is a somber one. The remaining engineering staff is mostly here, and all of them have lost many of their crewmates. While most people in the Nightingale have lost friends today, the engineers have lost more than most. With the chief engineer dead and no clear successor among the remaining engineers, no one is really in charge of the operation. The remaining engineers have gathered teams of mostly scientists, and each have taken on certain areas to fix separately. If one of your engineers wants to take charge, they can coordinate the operation more effectively. This will take a presence plus engineering with a difficulty of 2 to take on the role of chief engineer.
I might be able to do this. Would Starfleet protocol help?
I would think so.
Take command of the situation.
Yeah.
All right.
I outrank all of y'all.
Yes, 3 successes.
As
Alright, so you get 1.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
Oh, should have determination back, I imagine.
yes,
Oh,
new session, new mission to each mission.
Okay.
While there are repair teams working on the ship, none of them have much engineering experience beyond basic training. Means any PC with an engineering discipline of 3 is more qualified to lead any team.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Would I have the opportunity of checking the logs of how the combat went down and whether or not the descriptions of things are as we were
Alright,
told?
a lot of these logs are non-essential systems and need to be repaired before you can even access them.
Okay.
At this point, you're just going on the word of the crew of what happened.
Yeah, words.
Yeah.
You saw that worked out last time.
Yeah. So your leader engineer must make a reason plus engineering task with a difficulty of 1 to make an assessment of the work.
All right. Yes, 2 successes.
Okay, so
I think we're next.
Now
You're
they're
No,
next.
we're close enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, you are. Anyways, you also attempt to motivate your team with a presence plus command task with a difficulty of 2 to lower the difficulty of certain tasks.
I have a 12 on that.
Was it supposed to be
Motivation.
me as...
As the commander,
Yeah,
yes, as the
yeah,
engineering
I see
leader.
it.
Or
I'm
you
not-
don't have to. I mean, it's
I'll give it a
Can I
try.
assist him?
And
Are you in engineering?
Nah, I said I was wanting to get
No,
into the
so
logs.
he's by himself. So
We will repair these through the night. Let's spend a motivation there.
Momentum.
momentum. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Terrible. Okay.
Hey, that's two successes
All right.
So you
So
lower
match.
difficulty.
with an 8.
It's actually the complication range decreases by 1. So anything that would be like a 19 or 18.
Okay.
Is, you know.
Well, that's
Mm.
still good.
Mm-hmm. While most of the damage in engineering power surge is taking out the EPS conduits, means you may want to find an excuse to catch up with a particular NPC or investigate another area with an adequate excuse to do so. Extended tasks repairs are a race against time. The ship needs to be operational if it is to escape the neutral zone. So, warp core safety systems. It's going to be insight plus engineering, focus warp systems.
No warp systems. 2 successes.
Okay, this is a difficulty of 2. So this is one of the extended tasks, which I never really
Yes.
figured out how they work. A magnitude of 2, work of 8,
Mm.
which I wasn't really sure ever how
Let me
these
find it.
extended tasks work.
How the work works.
Yeah. So it's like,
Alright.
this is basically, within 2 hours, the exterior plating repaired, shield propulsion systems are made safe. It's a general guide of how long each of these repairs should be taking.
91. And of course, page numbers on the PDF can't possibly match the page numbers on here. Extended tasks. Unlike normal tasks, cannot be overcome in a single attempt. Should be used sparingly, only in situations of personal pressure. Each extended task has a work track, which means a determining how much work is needed to overcome. Whenever a character succeeds at a task as part of it, it will make the amount of work, which is marked off from the work track. A work track normally has a value from 5 to 20. Magnitude normally is value 1 to 5, which represents how large and complex an undertaking the extended task is. When a character achieves a number of breakthroughs, described below, equal to the extended task's magnitude, the extended task is completely overcome. Resistance. Some extended tasks are particularly arduous. To overcome and make progress is slower. This is covered by the resistance, which reduces the amount of work done from each task.
Okay.
Most extended tasks do not have a resistance. They tend to have no more than 3.
Yeah, there's no resistance on any.
An extended task has a base difficulty, which is used for all tasks made to overcome it. This difficulty can be modified from that. Whenever a character succeeds at a task to overcome an extended task, there are a few additional steps to follow over.
Yeah.
The character rolls 2 of these, plus an additional one for equal to the discipline used for that task. So 5 additional, plus additional equal to the discipline. Okay.
Okay, so that's what you have to roll now?
Yeah.
To do, now what is that?
That's it.
What do you
That
get
determines
for
the amount of
roll?
work.
Oh,
The
yeah.
total rolled
It's
on these
the
dice
same
is the
as-
amount of work.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 5 and
Yeah.
6 are the ones that
Yeah.
actually meet
If
it.
it has any resistance, we reduce this by that number.
Okay.
If 5 or more work is made after reduction for resistance, you achieve a breakthrough. The work track is filled, or if 1 or more work is made after reduction for resistance, when the track was already full, the character succeeds in a breakthrough.
So is a breakthrough just
Right, so you
finishing
have
the
to get at
job,
least-
or is it getting you a break on the next job?
With a difficulty of 2, you have
Yeah.
to get at least 2 in order to make this roll successful.
Uh-huh.
I got
And
the
then-
2.
And then the
Yeah.
magnitude is however many, because the total workload is 8.
Right.
So if you get 8 successes, it's just done. Or if you get 2 breakthroughs, 5 or more,
Right.
then you complete the magnitude. Which is way more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I understand that they
I'd
want
rather
to have
see if
something
you got
that's...
like 3 successes and you knock a thing off the next one. Rather than getting a momentum, just automatically knock the next one down to 0.
Oh, and there's even a momentum table for extended tasks.
Yes. There's a separate set of momentum for extended tasks. Yeah, great. That's great.
Okay, due to the use of a challenge dice, some considerations need Under normal circumstances, the challenge dice used for an extended task have no special effects, and thus each effect roll counts as 1 without any additional. However, characters can obtain benefits, which will trigger the effects roll. Characters achieves breakthrough.
Okay, let's
Okay.
roll it through that.
So it's 1, 2, or
5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Yes.
Well, 5 and 6 gives
5
you
and 6 are worth 1
breakthroughs.
Yes.
with an effect.
And what's the effect?
It's a
Breakthrough?
list.
There's a list of effects.
I need a 5 or a more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So
Okay.
that's a breakthrough.
Yeah, we only had
Yeah.
8 work, so let's just say it passed.
Yeah.
Well, let's be official about it.
Otherwise, you have to roll again. And
So what are the effects?
Character achieves a breakthrough and
I
one or
think the
more
effects
effects
could
are rolled.
reduce how
Then
much
in
you need.
addition, if the character achieves a breakthrough and one or more effects are rolled,
yes,
then an additional breakthrough is achieved.
there you go.
Woohoo!
2 breakthroughs. That's all you needed for the magnitude.
Just 2 breakthroughs?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what construes a breakthrough?
5 or more work.
5 or more.
Yes.
So you
Even
roll
though
the
you
initial
need a day.
difficulty. When you pass that, you roll the d6s for the.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or you get
Or you get.
the whole work track, which
Yeah.
was 8, but the
Yeah.
breakthrough brought it to 7.
Uh-huh.
That's complicated.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a eureka moment.
Yes.
Now,
Aha!
Next is the exterior
Invert
hull
polarity.
plating. It's going to be daring plus engineering. Magnitude of 3, work of 9, difficulty of 3.
Okay. Magnitude of 3,
Yes.
work of 9,
Yes.
difficulty
3.
3.
Yes.
So I need to
Spend
get
the
3
momentum to get
successes.
some extra dice in this.
Yes. 1 momentum to get 1 die.
Okay.
I need to get 3 successes.
hmm And then you can roll for the workload.
Yes.
And if you get 3 breakthroughs,
This might take a
or
while.
9 work. But then you get an extra breakthrough for every effect you roll.
If you get a
Breakthrough in the first place, yeah.
then you get.
I believe in you.
That is 2 successes. Let's spend 1 to re-roll so
Re-roll?
I get
Okay.
that 3rd.
And not a
3 successes.
Okay. So now roll your workload.
Which was 2,
Plus your discipline.
5.
Yeah. That's where you get the experts.
Yeah.
More likely to get something to happen.
3. 3.
3. Okay.
So I reduced
Try
it.
again.
Well, should we? Is there something they can do? As I'm not sitting here rolling dice the entire time, and we'll mark off that we got 3 of it. Maybe something in medical.
Yeah, wounded in sickbay.
There you go.
Nice.
Another task
I'm working
is
on
for
this.
wounded. There are plenty of people unaccounted for. They might be trapped in rooms or under beams or bulkheads.
Uh-huh.
Some might have been knocked unconscious since the attack. Any that are found should be brought to sickbay.
Okay.
Let's see.
Alright, then how about I'll be with the doctor then,
Alright.
assisting with
Assistant.
rescuing.
There are 8 full-time medical staff on the Nightingale, and several biologists have been deputized as medics. You have just become nurses. Come on.
Okay.
Okay. With no computer, the medical team have no access to medical records.
I got my turbo.
While the medics know the crew very well, the complication range is increased by 2 because they don't know what they're maybe allergic to or some other medical issues they may have. They can't access those right now. Which is why it's like they wanted the computer repair to happen before. But it's not. Okay, so there's also a makeshift morgue.
That's nice. We can do all of our
I think that's called the torpedo bay.
complications.
You killed all of our members, not Klingons.
Only if
come
you're
on.
Khan.
Yeah. Well, no, the Klingons did it too, at least in Discovery. They loaded the dead Klingons into torpedoes and launched them at the Discovery.
Okay.
Really?
But nobody wants to acknowledge Discovery. Unless you're crazy.
When did this happen?
Like first couple of episodes
Oh yeah,
when they
I
first
never
encountered.
saw. I just saw
I gave it
one.
to you.
Oh, Discovery.
I don't
Yeah,
believe
maybe
you
like the
watch
first
it.
like 5 or 6
Oh, yeah?
episodes before we stopped downloading them, and then I got the Blu-ray pack, and
Yeah, all right. I may have seen. It. I don't.
it was
It was
It was not good.
Pretty bad.
It was not good.
I have not watched any of it.
It
Mm.
was,
Nor am I.
Gene Roddenberry has become a rotor in his grave. He's put a couple magnets on him.
If you want to borrow the Blu-rays, to have a terrible time
No.
with it.
Nope, I'm good.
No. Okay.
All right.
Not tarnish Star Trek like that. Anyways,
So, what do
It
I
doesn't
say?
really actually give any kind of tasks for
Okay.
you. It just says scene 2, wounded in the sick bay. There's no suggestion of any.
Okay. Well,
can he try to make efforts to see whether or not?
Okay, as far as the deaths, there's the nearby cargo bay is made to a makeshift morgue. This hospital. Turn aside. Morgue.
Yes. There was a movie
Yes.
called Mongolian Deathworm,
Yes, Mongolian Deathworm. It's one of those Sci-Fi Channel original movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really bad.
and we were trying to riff it for ourselves, like a Rick
Yeah.
Tracks thing, you know.
Mhm.
And David came up with the most perfect one, where it was like this big steel ramshackle building, right?
Uh-huh.
And it had a hospital just like spray painted on a sign.
Yeah.
And like all the people had died in there. So David, when the doctor walks out, David was like, "She's gonna turn around, sign around, and it says morgue on the back." But it's not a hospital anymore; it's a morgue. They all did.
And then I had to pause the film just because John was laughing so hard.
Yes.
I got the laugh from John. Anyways,
Okay.
the dead are laid out in rows and tagged for identification. Each body is covered with a sheet out of respect. If you want to investigate the dead, no one really minds. However, as far as the Nightingale crew are concerned, there are far better things you could be doing with your time. Even so, there are valuable clues here. It takes about 10 minutes to fully autopsy any of the bodies using a tricorder. In most cases, the cause of death would be from asphyxiation due from exposure to vacuum, physical trauma from falling wreckage, or burns from a nearby explosion. All of these wounds are consistent with what they have been told at the attack. The most interesting body is that of Captain Blake. It is believed she was badly injured when a bulkhead fell on her, although she just made it out to her quarters to activate the Romulan protocol before the wound killed her. A cursory investigation shows a nasty wound in her head, but a proper autopsy reveals something else. The actual cause of death was asphyxiation, and marks on her neck are consistent with strangulation.
Mm-hmm.
Many of her wounds might also have been caused by physical combat. It's clear her death was not an accident. There is a murderer on board.
Okay.
Murder.
Without even a roll.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Difficulty of 0. Whatever.
Apparently, we already have almost all the
Okay.
momentum. So, you want to go back to repairing stuff?
Sure.
Exterior hull plating. We were still working on that.
Yes.
You hadn't finished that
But I
up.
got 2 successes.
Yes. So you need 7 more work.
And this was a difficulty 3, correct?
Yes.
Alright, 1 more momentum to get an extra die. I'll burn through this. Wait. It's 2 successes, 1 more momentum to
Okay.
do this. And I just saw what I can do with this extended task and momentum table, so that's going to help. 3 successes.
All right.
So
So,
then-
unless you guys do want a 0 level success roll, just to, let's say
yeah.
it's insight and medicine.
Okay. That gives me 14.
Yes.
Okay. I
Any
got
successes are momentum at this point.
1 success.
1.
Yeah, 1. Just 1.
Okay. You want to assist him? Insight medicine.
Insight medicine. I got a natural 1.
Okay.
So-
2, 3 successes. There you go.
Alright,
Yeah.
Some momentum back for that.
so I just saw an extended task momentum table.
And also, I have hand-to-hand combat as my my things.
You're not actually committing the hand-to-hand combat.
Well, no, I recognize though the fact that the captain was strangulated.
Strangulated?
Strangulate.
Strangled.
Strangled.
I strangulated the height of the attacker based on the strangulation marks.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Maybe.
No.
Anyway.
No.
Alright.
No.
We
So,
got
for 1 momentum,
Just
you
be
can
happy.
re-roll any number of challenge dice from the current task.
Okay.
That's a key thing to
That
remember.
is a key to
Any
remember.
number or any 1?
Any number.
Any number.
So
What?
that's 1, 2, and I will spend 1 momentum to re-roll all these 5.
Oh, that's 2 special.
3, 4, 5, which is a breakthrough,
It's a breakthrough.
and that is 3 effects
Okay.
additional to the breakthrough. So
Completes it?
then an additional breakthrough. So 3 additional breakthroughs. 5 breakthroughs.
Okay, 5 break. Yeah, you definitely do it. Okay.
You broke through.
Yes.
You broke through.
I broke through the whole thing. Whoa, wait!
Wait, no.
Nope. That's my job.
Alright, next is warp core repair.
Oh my.
Control plus engineering focused warp systems. Magnitude of 2, work of 14, difficulty of 1.
Oh.
Difficulty of 1, okay.
Repairing the warp core is not especially difficult, but time consuming and needs to be done very carefully. At the first breakthrough, partial power can be restored, granting minimal shields and impulse drive. Several minor systems can also be powered if the hull plating has been fixed. This includes internal scanning systems and replicators. Once the second breakthrough is achieved, full power is restored to the ship as well as warp drive, full shields, and weapons.
Okay.
Could we, when things get fixed, perhaps try to keep some of the systems on low power so it doesn't seem as though we've made as much progress with repairs?
Exactly.
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You can leave them off, yeah.
Use the internal sensors to scan for a Romulan?
There's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you know, also, you know, you just go
Yeah.
person by person, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
it's
physicals here.
Difficulty
Yeah,
1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hasn't come from the store yet.
That's good, because that's 1.
Okay.
Let's use momentum, because I need to... If I get it,
Use the
without a
momentum.
complication, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, look! That's a 2. Give me my momentum back.
Okay.
You need 2 momentum, or is that because you had warp or?
I do not have
Oh,
warp
you don't have
core.
warp core. Okay.
Yes, transporters.
Yeah, you got-
Transporters,
Yeah.
quantum physics, temporal physics,
Okay.
Philosophy.
philosophy, Starfleet protocol.
Why is an
Okay,
engineer not
philosophy.
assisting with the warp core?
I am not a warp engineer.
Okay.
I'm a transporter chief.
Okay.
I shoot things.
All right,
Okay.
rolling for this overly large 14 work track.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 1 momentum. I might as well.
Mm-hmm.
Reroll these 2.
Okay.
Mm.
6.
6, 7, 8, with 3 extra breakthroughs.
No, 4?
Have to get one
Oh,
first.
well, okay, right. Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, it only took 2 breakthroughs to get through it. So.
okay.
Okay.
6-extended task is way too complicated for what you actually, how fast you can achieve it.
Mm.
Okay, if you want to research the navigation array, rough record of navigational systems, now you've got the power online.
I have some in con. Would that be include con?
Reason plus con,
Oh, for your reason, of course.
Oh.
I have 10 for
with a
that.
difficulty of 1.
Oh, well, con, I got 1.
Yeah.
You got 1.
I got 13 total for that.
Well, you're in engineering.
Yes.
Okay, so, Doc,
I've got 11 for that.
let's do some more investigating, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you get on that one?
I got 10 total.
You got 10. I got 11. Okay.
Okay, so you going to do it then?
I
And
guess I'll
assist
do
you?
it. Yeah. All right. 1 success.
I got 1 success.
Took 2.
Okay, so you get a point of momentum.
Oh, only took 1 success. All
Yeah.
right.
You find that there is no fault with the console. There are 2 other possibilities: that the officer on duty is to blame, accidentally or purposefully, or the navigational sensor array itself is somehow faulty.
We inquire who was at this position.
Navigation Officer Lieutenant Dallin.
Where is Lieutenant Dallin?
He was on duty during the incident. He will answer any questions. He feels responsible for the mistake and the loss of so many of the crew. He's deeply upset, blaming himself for the navigation error as caused the death of his crewmates. His forethought to make a position check may have given the Nightingale precious moments to prepare before the Warbird decloaked. Even so, he's taking it very badly.
Scan him.
Scanning.
Scan him.
Scanning. All right.
Okay.
I scan him. I don't.
Let's see.
That'd be
Insight,
medicine.
insight and medicine, yes.
Medicine. Okay. Insight. Okay. Give him 14. 2 successes.
He is an unjoined trill.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
No wonder he's so sad. How can he live?
If
Well,
you
he has
haven't
a-
been joined, you're
he hasn't
fine.
been
Yeah,
joined,
joined.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
hasn't
never
been
been
joined.
joined. All right.
I give you a momentum for that.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
You spotted him.
Okay.
He spotted himself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What was the other alternative?
Well,
The navigation sensors, you'd have to go outside the ship. The array is located a little above the main deflector dish and require EV suits to get to it.
Oh, like there could be an external issue.
Yeah.
yeah, an external issue.
Oh boy.
Is there any? If there's any way we could?
Is there any cameras? We could just look at the ship.
That's going to be insight plus engineering to look at the.
I think I'm going outside the ship, guys.
There's still more to repair, though.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to focus on repairing the ship, and we'll worry about navigation later.
Yeah. We'll assume that there's more likely sabotage.
Now, can we try the Picard maneuver and warp out of here? Oh no, so Picard wasn't around yet.
No.
Who's Picard?
We'll name it the Smith Maneuver.
The Smith maneuver. He warped. He was in two places at once.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. You want to continue on with repairing shipping?
Okay, we'll do one more thing. Scanning the Romulans.
Okay. Internal scanners?
Actually,
Yeah, scanning 4 Romulans in the ship.
you need to still repair the computers themselves. In order
Okay,
to,
that's a gun.
It's going to be reason plus engineering with expert in computers.
Nope.
Yep.
Computers.
Okay, magnitude 3, work 12, difficulty of 2.
Difficulty 2, magnitude 3, work 12. Okay. Now I do have technical expertise, which lets me reroll if I'm assisted by the computer, but that won't work.
Mm-hmm.
What does jerry rig do again?
It lets something survive or get up to working for a round, but then increases the difficulty of fixing it fully later.
Right.
Essentially. Obviously, we need the specifics on it. All right.
Last single scene plus 1 additional scene per momentum spent. Okay. So if it comes to combat, that might be needed, but not outside.
Yeah.
Alright. Throw momentum to reroll. You can die. 2 successes.
Okay, so you pass, you match. So now get that workload going.
This isn't Shadowrun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So breakthrough
Okay.
with 3 others.
Okay, so
Or-
magnitude
yeah.
3, so you make enough, right?
Breakthrough with 3 breakthroughs.
Repairing the computer is difficult. Once the code is cracked, we'll move along quickly. Once 2 breakthroughs have been made, the various file headings in the system section will become available. Though they'll still be encrypted, they might be copied or removed. Once 3 breakthroughs are made, the computer system will be fully restored. There are more complexities around repairing the computer core, though, which will be detailed further on.
Okay.
So now you're available to check the thing.
Check the thing.
Scan the ship.
Either scan the Romulans or check the navigational array.
I say scan the Romulans.
Sure.
Yeah.
I see the bug there.
Oh, you
Quickly
better
get
get
up and deal with it. Give me the. It's on. Can you kill it?
It's a stink bug. Do you really want to kill it?
No, as long as you don't touch it. Just slap it with the. There you go. And just sort of scoop it up and put it in the trash, I guess.
It's still alive.
Of course, those guys are tough.
Oh yes, they are quite resilient. And annoying.
Die!
Die!
It's still behind there. It's still moving.
You still moving.
It's still moving.
Just die. I can smell it from here. Good grief, take it away. Woohoo! Yeah.
Oh, my back.
Oh yeah. That's delicious.
Okay.
But hey, 1 down, 10 billion or whatever to go. They'll
We
just
we
keep.
catch them and put them outside
Yeah.
in a jar. Have a jar for every room. A bug jar. Yeah.
Anyways,
Hey, works.
this is going to be presence plus command with a difficulty of 2 to get permission to scan the Romulans. Lewis does not want to upset the Romulans.
Oh, scan the Romulan. I thought we were
This
supposed
is
to
just
scan
getting-
our ship. To see
No,
the
you're trying to
Romulans.
see. You're trying to see if you can get a report of the damage of the Romulan ship.
Oh, okay.
That's not part of the story for us to actually scan the ship for Romulans.
Yes, it probably isn't. Well, maybe
We saw
should
something that- the writers
Presence
said.
plus command.
Oh, hey. 12 for me.
so much better than me.
Let's see. Same here, 12.
Okay, difficulty of 2.
I already got my miracle convincing him to let me be in charge of engineering.
Yeah. All right. I'll
assist.
You'll assist. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I just made it. We got 1 success here.
And I got 1 success. Good.
Okay.
2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
total of 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Making the scan will be a daring plus con with a difficulty of 1.
Okay.
However,
not
the
bad,
complication roll is 16 through 20 if you're trying to narrow the bandwidth to mask the signal. So the Romulans don't know you're scanning them.
then. We should probably try and do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. We have enough momentum. I think I can probably
Rolling a
reroll,
complication
so.
means the Romulans will detect the scan.
Of course. So, I have 14 on that
Mm-hmm.
during a con.
Is somebody assisting?
He's busy working on stuff.
I got 9.
You can still
You can assist me, yes.
You still roll
Alright.
1 as long as you
Well,
don't roll a 16
yeah.
to 20.
Yeah.
Plenty of momentum.
Well, wait a minute. Can I get
Um,
assistance from the ship instead? To the
Yeah,
ship
the
stats.
ship stats.
Those ones you didn't want to copy down?
Because,
They didn't exist.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
I mean, it was sort of
I
big.
can't use the ones from here because they're from a next generation ship.
Okay. Fine. What did you get?
Use the one
Or
from
did you
your
already
ship.
roll it?
I couldn't read.
You're looking for a
Couldn't
constitution?
3. I got a 1 success.
Constellation?
Okay. Yeah, constellation class.
Okay, I got,
You already
oh,
looked it up in the
nice,
book.
sir.
Apparently, it was blanks.
I got double 9s.
They're just nothing on
2
departments.
successes.
2 successes.
Double
okay.
9s.
So you get 2 momentum.
No.
Huzzah.
Okay.
Successful scan reveals that the warbird is barely damaged at all. It took a certain amount of hull damage, but its armor stopped most of the attack. It was certainly not damaged as badly as they said. However, it is also clear as you got their shields up. It is also clear they got their shields up very late. You can't tell that this. Can't tell why, but without doubt, whatever the Romulans damage the Romulans took in the attack, their ship is easily capable of warp and taking the Nightingale back to Romulus. So the question is, why haven't they? So if we want to do the insight engineering on the navigation array, focus sensors or navigation with a difficulty of 1.
Trying to find. Here's the go to page 251. Or I can give you this book.
Here, okay.
All
That'll
the
work.
mission profiles are on 251. That tells you what the departments are.
Anyways, insight plus engineering,
Insight.
focus of sensors or navigation with a difficulty of 1.
No, but I do have technical expertise to let me reroll.
Okay.
Well, what kind of department was the ship? What kind of mission profile
They
did it
were
have?
going for a survey, so
Simulation survey. Okay.
Yep, survey ship.
Okay.
It's a science vessel.
Okay. Wessel. Yes.
so I got 2 successes.
Okay, go 1 momentum then. You're maxed
There it
out.
is, scientific survey operations.
Okay. It is clear that someone has sabotaged the array. Several isolinear ships have been rearranged to cause the malfunction. Clear evidence of deliberate sabotage.
I thought isolinears weren't around until later.
Well,
I'm just reading what it said. It doesn't necessarily describe. It's a thing. It caused damage.
Well, constellations use duotronic.
Duotronic. What? Actually, they use.
No, I can look it up. It's in
I don't care. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
They don't change. Like I said, this is based on next gen. They don't literally change every detail of this plot for original series. They just change a few
Yeah.
things, and it's like, well, whatever. It's close enough. So,
They
you
use
wish to spend a
SanDisk
point to
memory
obtain
chips.
information about what the sabotage was intended to do.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So does that mean if they rearrange them in a certain
You
way?
can tell the sabotage is an expert job. Instead of causing failure of the array, it has lengthened its scan cycle. It means the system is only checking its position once in a while rather than constantly. As nothing was actually wrong, the fault remained undetected, but this fault will have had to be carefully timed. Only at this point on the neutral zone border would the sabotage have caused the ship to cross over, traveling straight ahead, instead of making a vital course correction. Course correction.
Course correction.
Why would they go towards the anomaly? Remember the start stellar cartography generations?
Oh, yes.
You would prepared to make a course correction.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's been so long. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only at this point, the neutral zone border with the sabotage caused the ship to cross over, traveling straight ahead instead of course correction. So the saboteur must have carried out their work just an hour or so before the attack, and must therefore still be aboard the night.
Okay.
Can we scan the ship for Romulans?
Normally, the computer would keep a record of any environmental suit or access to this navigation array. While this data may be in the computer, those records will be unavailable. Now that you've decrypted the computer. Let's see. Repairing the computer core.
Ah, okay.
While it has not damaged, the Romulan protocol has encrypted all the data within it. To decrypt the system will take several hours of work. However, this is not actually that critical. Only the data has been encrypted, not the computer's control systems. So while some systems lack a certain amount of automation, the computer isn't required to get Nightingale out of the neutral zone. However, the computer does contain all manner of information to be helpful to your investigation. You need details on who has recently accessed which systems, as well as many recordings of who was where on the ship and what they were doing. Also contains personnel files on all the Nightingale crew.
Have our shields been fixed?
Everything's been fixed.
Okay.
But we've suggested to keep
Leave 'em
things
off.
low
Yes.
power.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it sounds like we could just shoot out of the neutral zone real quick if we wanted to.
It does sound that way. Although, I thought firing up warp engine took some time, and it would probably expose the fact that we got them fixed. You can't just cold start a warp engine.
If we had Scotty, he could do it.
Ah, daggone it. Wait a minute. Isn't he Scotty?
No.
No.
Transporter chief.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
Chief O'Brien.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
That's such an insult to O'Brien.
What is this?
You make him sound like he's nowhere near as capable as Scotty. It's like, obviously,
I never cared for
He ended up working on DS9.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's just Chief O'Brien. He's not a Scotty. He's not even, you know.
He was one of my least favorite characters, I'm afraid.
O'Brien?
I didn't care
I like
for
him.
Yeah, I didn't care
He's
for
better
him.
than Barkley.
Well, okay, better than
I don't know. I like Barkley.
Okay.
He was an interesting character. He had neuroses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People do. You know.
And if this was Next Generation,
Yeah.
I would be playing a holodeck specialist.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the equipment for that, and I'm like, yes, I can do stupid stuff with that.
Okay.
I mean, what better way can you do, than to use of a hologram, essentially,
Holographic
si-
bullets.
Yeah,
Now-
yeah.
Are the transporters in this
It's
era
the illusions
able
it can
to
do.
transport point to point as opposed to been directly from the pads?
Yes.
At one point, they were able to
Yes, in
transport.
the NX,
a
the reason
great-
you couldn't use the NX is because it couldn't transport. It had to be pad to pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, well, I'm saying usually you can transport a lot more people if you get them in a
Well, we
close
don't.
group.
We got a full powered, ready to go ship.
That's
if we need it.
true. That's true.
All right, so
So Lieutenant Telek is a male Vulcan science officer, and just below
Is he?
Just below
Vulcan?
Commander Lewis. He is concerned scientist. He insisted several of his and other experimental data is on the computer, and that they should try to save it in case the Romulans allow them to leave without the ship.
Inside check. Sorry. Okay.
Can we transmit this
Actually, no, wait,
data
inside is
in
the thing, I
encrypted
forgot.
form over to our other ship?
Lewis has worked with Lieutenant Telek for the past 2 years and believes he's Vulcan. He's a loyal officer.
We should be able to transmit this data to one of our other ships via subspace and have it encrypted.
Well, you can transfer it encrypted, but you need the decryption codes also.
Yeah. Doesn't Starfleet have standard protocols for that?
Well, each ship is designed to have its own set of decryption codes, so that it's
yeah.
not like standard above multiple ships. You can't just capture one and be able to decrypt something on another ship.
Uh-huh.
That makes sense, yeah.
So anyways, this leads to Act 3, called Endgame.
Ooh.
That's the name of that new Avengers.
didn't work.
It is.
No.
Let's get Q.
Or, well, this is the original series, so Trelane.
Uh-huh.
So, just a little summary here in the beginning, the important things you discovered over the previous acts. An autopsy on Captain Blake's body proved that she was murdered. Investigation of the navigational array revealed it was sabotaged just before the Nightingale crossed the neutral zone. Commander Maheven seems to be playing for time, which is odd given she has the upper hand.
But not anymore. Okay.
Did you want to run a scan? It's going to be daring plus medicine to run a scan
Of the ship?
Oh, this is
on
ship.
Telek. You're suspicious of Telek.
Yes.
Okay, Telek.
Do it.
All
Yes.
right. Daring? Plus medicine?
Daring, yes.
Daring.
You're trying to hide the fact that you're scanning.
Oh, okay. All right. That gives me a 13. Lucky 13. Two successes.
Okay. That's just enough to reveal that
Can it be called an
disguise-
interrogation? I get 3 successes.
It's a Romulan disguised as a Vulcan.
Ah,
Aha!
okay.
Telek is very insistent the computer needs to be fixed.
Aha. Yes.
Full medical tricorder scan revealed he is actually a Romulan.
Okay. Security!
Yes, what?
This man is not what he appears.
If you want to spend a momentum to find out more,
Yes, more.
All right, we'll blow you away.
yeah.
Let him do it. Just
Telek has a pulse device to signal his extraction is required. This device is not specifically Romulan technology. He will insist it uses it to send a pulse at a rock to gauge thickness and structure. Close examination will determine it couldn't do that. Should someone activate it, the Romulans will think it is time to commit to extraction.
You mean they're going to beam him out?
Yes. That's the reason, apparently, that they didn't raise their shields quickly after decloaking. They were going to try to beam him out.
ah.
So I should probably look like I'm working on the computers.
Yes. It's going to take several hours anyways in order to decrypt this
Not
information.
the rate I've been going.
No.
15 breakthroughs. What?
Okay.
You broke through the breakthrough barrier.
So let's see. So we don't want to expose him yet,
Experimenting
although
an extended
the one
task
that
on a
is-
gravity drum?
we don't want to let him into anything. This beacon he has to transfer out.
Mm-hmm. Now go ahead and roll an insight plus con with a difficulty of 3.
I've got con is horrible. So
I'm told 10.
I have 10 also.
Fine, you figure it out. He was the Romulan.
Okay.
I'll do the investigation on that. You want to assist me on
I'll
that?
assist you on
All
that.
right. One success.
No success. Want to burn up? Well, we wouldn't do any good.
What was the requirement?
3?
3.
3. Yeah, we only got 1 success.
Could have bought an additional die with one of those before you rolled, but
Well, it's still,
We could each spend 1 and re-roll a die.
Okay, we'll each spend 1. Take 2.
okay.
17.
2 successes.
Okay.
Okay.
Just say you have detected the pulse has been triggered.
Okay.
Oh, I break the thing.
Okay. The Romulan warbird targets the Nightingale where the pulse was transmitted with a tractor beam. They will insist that some structural failure on the hull and are using the beam to maintain cohesion of that area out of the goodness of their hearts.
Tractor beam on the hull? Is this going to go through the hull and pull him up to...
Can we raise shields?
Before you do that, because you left it all powered down, it would take like, if you were properly trying to power it up in order to raise everything, it would take at least an hour for the, and you didn't say you said you were still going to leave it off, so that they thought you
Well,
were disabled.
Actually, he said we were leaving it low power.
I suggested low power, whether or not that's...
Which
Let's
would mean that we were
skip
powering.
safety checks.
Skip safety checks. Okay. We'll do daring plus engineering. Difficulty of 3.
Ooh.
Can I use the computer to assist?
Well, sure.
Okay, now that it's asked for it. What would it be for computer?
And then use momentum to get an extra die.
I don't have a ship thing in front of me, so.
Here's your momentum, sir.
Or show them the ship thing.
Here's a ship thing.
Alright, I'm gonna say.
Engines and engineering? Because we're
Well,
loading at the power?
Structure and engineering.
Structure and engineering, that's fine, okay. Okay, so that would be 11 for the ship.
Okay. You need to make yours.
5, so yes.
Let's do one more to get rid of this 20.
Yes.
Okay. So you got 1 success. I got 2 successes.
Okay, just enough to raise shields. And you also, being the transporter expert, recognized that they were trying to use that transporter beam.
All right.
Well, I think now we can arrest him or lock him up.
Yes.
We're gonna have to
Telek
fight.
taps his comm badge. Well, these taps, he doesn't have comm badges back then. He opens up his communicator. He opens up his communicator and triggers an explosion on lower deck.
Okay.
As security officers grab him.
Good.
He's blown a hole in the hull.
Another?
Just got it fixed.
We had a crew painting that already. Come on.
Okay.
Pregnant pause. Anyway. So, I better check, see if there's anybody wounded down there.
Well, there's wounded now, so.
We apparently have 1 person in chat. Hello, whoever's in chat.
Hello.
We have 5 people viewing, and only 1 person's in chat, so therefore 1 of you is real.
Yes, obviously. Anyways, at this point, since you were able to raise the shields in time, I think tractor beams still work through shields, right?
Yes.
Yes. So they still have a tractor beam locked on you, but they can't beam their officer off, and so you got them grappled. If you were to fire on the Romulan bird to even try to disable this tractor beam, it would be considered an act of war.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely don't want to do that.
No.
Can I modulate the shield harmonics to disrupt the tractor beam?
Good answer, good answer.
We'll
Take
make
a battle.
Yeah. I mean, it can be done.
Control and engineering, difficulty of 3.
Can the ship assist?
Of course the ship needs to assist.
Where's the ship? The shields and...
Let's spend a point of determination to give us 3 momentum.
I'll say weapons and... No.
Computer.
No.
Don't we have
We'll do...
Sensors? Because you're trying to figure out what the modulation should be?
Yeah, sensors and con. Sensors and con.
Okay.
I like it. Thanks for the free reroll. Determination for
12
3
there.
momentum.
Okay.
All right. Let's use 1 momentum to give me 1 extra die because I'm making this thing happen.
All right.
I made it just happen, 12.
Just made it.
Let's reroll some dice.
Okay,
I
1.
got 1.
Okay.
Same number.
Same number.
All right. That's 2. Oh, I do have a free reroll. Sensors. That's cocked. Okay, come on. Do something. Yes! Okay.
Yes.
That works.
Okay.
3 successes.
3 successes, so you match. Oh, no, he got 3, you got 1.
No, 3 total.
3 total.
That's with his.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, you've modulated, and their tractor beam is off.
Let's go!
Okay. Fire up those the warp engine firing up, but the
Impulse if we're in
impulse,
transporter range.
Yeah.
We're not that far into the neutral zone.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You better be on the bridge ready.
Yeah. I'm running up to the bridge. Let's get out of here.
All right. So, if you want to properly lock Telek, the spy, you need reason and security. Difficulty of 2.
Okay, I would probably want to be there for that, I suppose.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, security. You said you said it was reason and security.
Reason and security.
Oh, crud. Okay.
Just knock them out.
Yeah, I would rather just do that really, but that might take a while. So that would be a 12 there. So.
Oh, gee, I've got a 14 for that.
Well, you do it then. Yeah,
All
I'm going to
right.
the bridge. You deal with them. You have security guards protecting you there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
One success.
Hmm?
And I guess I
Use the
can-
momentum if you need to use it.
Yeah,
use
one
the
momentum.
Momentum to
We
reroll.
don't need to have a guy running around.
Two
the ship.
success. Okay.
Okay.
Yep, two successes.
All right. You make.
Yeah.
He's locked up in the brig.
All right.
In his interrogation, does that help with
And
the...
I got
not
actually I
interrogating
got
right
two are below my security, or the one's equal to my security, and the one's below. But
But you need to
interrogation
focus.
doesn't count.
The Romulan attempts to fire photon torpedoes. If you want to make it dodge to
Mm,
Dodge.
okay. Oh,
the ship's stats mainly.
okay.
Your would be your control and con plus the ship's.
Okay, my control con. I'll do that one first.
Okay.
Wait a minute,
Can anyone
I'm
really
assisting the
control
ship?
con?
Huh?
Yeah. No.
No one control con. 15 for me for control and con.
Okay.
Both successes.
Okay.
And then for the ship, you
The
said
ship is
engines.
engines and con. Yeah.
And con, okay, so that's 11 for that.
Ooh.
Sorry, 12 for that, I mean, sorry. And it made it just there too.
Alright, you get
so
one
12
momentum.
successes.
As your impulse engines not only move you away, but toward the exit there. Alright, so you discovered the agent, you locked him up.
The Asian.
Agent.
Yes.
Oh.
No, he wasn't Asian. He
No.
was
Romulan.
Romulan.
Anyways, the Romulans do not pursue, just because pursuing past the neutral zone would just make things even worse. But as long as you were in theirs, they had the
That
right
would be
to
two
shoot.
ships against
Right.
one, too, so.
Yeah, yeah. The Romulan diplomats kick up a fuss and know how the Federation refused to face justice.
Oh, nice.
We have one of your spies.
Can we turn them over to section 31?
Mm.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
Section
The Romulans claim the Federation made all manner of baseless accusations after they were the ones to break the treaty. Diplomats will have to offer several concessions to satisfy the Romulans, and however, most admirals understand how frustrating the Romulans can be, so as long as you didn't start a war, they'll just get a slap on the wrist.
Uh-huh.
You uncover the agent, stop him from passing on the data, hand him over, if you hand it over to the Romulans, they'll be glad you didn't risk another war, but you didn't hand him over, so.
No.
No. Far better to stop the plot and gain leverage against the Romulans at the cost of Federation lives. The Romulans don't have the same ego as Klingons and will grudgingly respect anyone who can outmaneuver them. They won't admit that, of course, and they'll remember that you look forward to the next encounter.
Which I literally outmaneuvered. Therefore, don't repeat us.
Alright, so that was the second mission. Already
Okay.
done.
We're done.
These don't
Wow,
really take
and it's
that long.
already 8:13.
Yes, so the next mission is called Entropy's Demise.
Hey, we can save that for next time.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
2 weeks from now.
Well, next week, Matt will not be joining us,
Right.
but we'll be doing Labo probably.
Probably. Building a robot project.
Tuesday, we plan on having another group over.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle and his daughters.
Yep.
Talking not this Tuesday, but the following.
Following Tuesday.
Yes.
Yes, yes. And then was it the 17th?
Pretty sure that's what you determined was supposed to be our Saturday group.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
17th is a Friday.
18th.
18th.
Did you?
Or no, wait a minute. No, they never actually established a certain day.
No, either
Yeah.
18th or 25th or whatever, whichever one the.
Yeah.
We weren't really quite sure.
Okay, so hopefully within the next couple Saturdays, we will be having a Springfield game group.
So until next time, happy gaming. Hope you enjoyed this session of half of a mission and a full of the other mission.
It was fun.
How do you think those have been going? These ones in the book have been a lot better than the.
Yeah.
When there's less actual combat and more like the social combat
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
problem
what's going on.
solving and the
Yeah.
Right. You don't die all the time.
Yeah, it's really helpful. Really helpful when you
Yes.
don't die. Until next time, happy gaming.
Yeah.